So, how are you liking
All
the
right,
Spider-Man 2 game?
so my first impressions, well, first and foremost, man, dude, just that first hour, oh my lord,
Yeah,
was that awesome!
yeah,
I turned that on, watched the recap, and then watched the beginning opening scene, which I loved too. Just the fact that both Miles and Peter are in this,
I know that's really
and
cool.
yeah, like seeing him as a teacher, and they obviously know each other, but they have to act like they don't. Like
Yeah,
I thought it was good, and then that first fight scene with this will be minor spoilers too, nothing crazy. It's the first few hours of the game,
yeah,
but that first fight with Sandman, that was
hmm
like the most cinematic fight like I've ever played in the game.
yeah. It was very cinematic and fun.
Like
Just
that
like,
was for an opening. I'm like, Jane, this is the opening.
yeah,
They're that confident in this game to put this as the opening fight.
true.
um, but I am loving it, man, and a lot of people that probably recently played the first Spider-Man Miles Morales, I could see why you'd be like, it's the same thing. Because it feels similar.
Yeah,
But I really like it. I haven't played it in a while, so it still feels fresh to me, even after all these years. Like just swinging as Spider-Man feels fun.
yeah. It's so much fun. I'm really glad that you said don't go back and play the other ones, so this one will feel like fresh and it won't feel like a
Fresh, yeah.
yeah, like the same thing
Yeah, 'cause
because it definitely could have
it has
been
the recap,
so.
so
Yeah, and I watched some YouTube stuff on what happened, and I'll go back and play those other ones later too because I didn't finish one
yeah,
and I didn't even start two. So
Miles.
yeah,
Yeah, and
but
but the thing is, people are criticizing that, but you could say the same thing about every sequel, like God of War Ragnarok, kind of the same thing as the first one.
yeah,
Uh, Even Tears of the Kingdom. I know you got the whole building mechanic, but let's realistically, come on, it's pretty much the same thing, but better. Like if I told someone, say, hey, should I play Breath of the Wild first? No, just go straight to Tears of the Kingdom.
yeah,
There's no point playing Breath of the Wild now. I thought Breath of the Wild story was weaker, but you know what I mean.
it was, yeah, yeah,
Um, Anyways, I loved it. I'm starting to get into the upgrading and all the different tech you can upgrade and the
yeah. It looks like
suits,
there's
and there's so many unlockables.
yeah, and like the skill trees seem pretty cool. I like how you have separate skill trees for Miles and Peter, but then you also have
Mhm.
the shared
They
one.
combine.
Yeah,
And
I,
then did you, this isn't a spoiler, but I just unlocked another skill tree with like upgrading health and attack power and stuff.
I don't think I've gotten that one yet, but that's cool. Because I was
Okay.
wondering about that. I was like, where do
So
I upgrade my health and stuff? But
that was two, and I finally, yeah, like I haven't dug too deep into it. I just like upgraded health and like your strength,
yeah,
but there's a few more too.
okay,
So there's a lot to do, a lot to unlock, and the
yeah,
side quests, they're fun. Like it's like the other Spider-Man game. I mean, sometimes, like for example, like each zone you take a picture. There's a spot to take a picture, so you're kind of going around
yep,
doing the same thing and taking a picture. So a lot of it can be repetitive. But like with this kind of game, I love completing everything, so it's kind of addicting to me.
yeah. It is
Seeing the
very
map kind
addicting.
of completed.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing. I did the
Um,
story up to like where Craven the hunter comes in, and then after that, I've just been running around the city, unlocking stuff, taking pictures, doing the
yeah,
crimes, and just swinging
yeah,
around. It's so much fun.
it's so fun, and even, there are some little side quests. Like I don't know if I rescued some guy on a roof. I was playing with fire, like a league of
Yeah, I
fireworks.
just did that one too. Yep.
Just did that. So there's like some different things that like that kind of cracked me up. Like really,
Yeah.
there's just another one too. Like uh, some guy or some kid was, I don't know if he did this one yet, but some kid wanted to ask someone out to prom, so I helped him do that.
Oh no, I haven't done that one
Uh,
yet. That's cool.
so there is some different, like a little more variety in the side quests in the first one. I feel like,
Yeah.
but like the basic stuff as far as swinging around and unlocking stuff on the map, it can get repetitive. But again, if you're it's addicting for me. I like it, but
Yeah, honestly, just swinging around is so much fun. And like, I like the
yeah, and
slingshot
then
places that they added in where you can like slingshot yourself, and
it's so fun. And even the gliding, like
yeah, the
I wasn't
gliding.
using it a lot at first, but now like I started to use it and got go in between swinging and gliding, and it feels so cool.
Yeah, I know.
um, and the one thing I will say, like a significant improvement. Well, number one, I already told you. I feel like the cinematics, it just feels bigger on a bigger scale. I mean, they had some of that in the first one, but they're like taking it to another level.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, and like the graphics, dude. Like I have a, like a newer Samsung TV, so I have a 2.1 HDMI, so I get 120 hertz.
Ooh, nice. I
And
think I might have that too, because I turned on the 120 hertz and it's
like
working. And I
yeah, so
think
I'm
it's
playing on fidelity mode with uncapped frame rate
yeah, that's cool.
with 120 hertz unlocked. So like you're getting. I watch. Do you watch Digital Foundry or no?
No, I don't think
Have you
so.
heard of them?
I've heard of it, but
You
I
should
don't think
watch
I've
them on
seen it.
YouTube. They're on YouTube and they'll like they're more of a tech side review, so they'll go into like say like a game like Spider-Man, look up all the settings
Yeah.
and see which one's the best setting and see
Okay.
if it works and functions.
Yeah.
Uh, and they were even saying if you have a 2.1 HDMI cable, if you uncap the because you know you could have a smooth frame rate where you know it's maybe obviously more smoother but a little lower.
Yeah.
Uncap that crap, turn on the 120 hertz mode, and do it on fidelity instead of performance, and you're still averaging like 40 to 50 frames per second
Hmm.
with like with the juicy graphics too.
Nice. Yeah.
So I think that's the most you get the best bang for the buck. I know a lot of people would rather just straight up have 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of game where I like 50 frames per second, like with the insane like fidelity mode. That's to me, that's not bad too.
Yeah, it's not bad, especially on the PlayStation and not like a PC thing. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
the
Yeah.
fact we have all these settings. But yeah, I was crawling around the buildings and I watched the Digital Foundry review of it, and man, it's insane. You could see like if you're crawling a building, you see a reflection. You can see the reflection of another building in the reflection. So like a
That's
reflection
pretty
within a
cool.
reflection.
Yeah.
Which
That's crazy.
again, which is very very hard to do. Like
Yeah.
it's really hard to do.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
it's and the suits all look good.
Yeah,
Like
they
it
do.
looks the 4K, all everything looks really good in the city. Like I haven't. Maybe it's just because I'm just having fun swinging, but I haven't noticed really a lot of pop in or anything.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Um, and then also like everything's fat. Like you're swinging and gliding around the city so
Oh
fast, and I
man.
haven't had any stuttering or anything.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed anything crazy for just like an average person playing a game.
Yeah, I haven't had anything like any issues like that either.
Yeah, so it's
Did you change the
I've been digging it. I mean, do you feel the same? What do you think so far about
Yeah,
the game?
I'm loving it. It's so much fun. Just like I said, I've barely got anywhere in the story, but I've been doing stuff. Like I've played 4 or 5 hours, probably just swinging around, doing stuff, unlocking the map, doing crime stuff, upgrading things. And yeah, it's so much fun just to like. I was just swinging around, and my wife was just watching, and she's like, just having fun watching me, just swing around the city. It's so cool.
It's like that kind of game. It's like Avia and Lucas. They feel like they're watching a Spider-Man cartoon because then the cutscenes will come in,
Yeah.
and it's that cinematic.
Yep.
Like my kids, my 2-year-old and 4-year-old that are crazy will literally sit there and watch. They watched me play for 2 hours this morning,
That's awesome. Yeah,
and
even
they love Miles.
my wife was like trying to play this like farming simulator game she likes, and she kept getting distracted by it. She's like, "Can you turn that down? I keep forgetting to play my game." That's a sign of a good
Some
game.
entertainers to watch.
You know?
Oh, for sure. Like I love it, and I love how it has both Spider-Man and Miles. Like it's so fun
That's one thing I was
that
gonna
they're both.
say. I feel like they did a really good job making basically the same character feel unique and distinct.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
their powers, even the
you can
way they
tell the difference.
swing is like, yeah, it's all different, and you can really just tell which one you're playing as just from the feel of it.
Even like the quirk, like Peter's a little more cheesy, quirky than
Yeah,
Miles. there was a part of the game I did like a side quest, and how I don't remember exactly what it was, but Miles like said, or as when he was when he was Spider-Man, he said, "Oh, I have a friend that would have loved that joke," referencing to Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So like it's like, and I love how like I'll be doing a side mission in a part of the city that, and like Miles will already be there,
Yeah, and
and
you'll just run
you
into
can do
him.
combos together, and
Yeah, that's really cool.
it's it's fun, man. Like so I've been reading that people are complaining because the game's only about like 10 to 15 hours and only 30 hours to complete it. That's a sweet spot for me, man.
Yeah, I mean that's just different. Like those are probably people who like to play 150-hour JRPGs. Like they're different kinds of games.
That's true. Yeah, they are. So like even like for because I'm gonna try to complete this a 30-hour
Yeah,
mark. That's for me, a 30-hour mark is kind of when like the novelty wears off for me in games, unless it's something like a Souls game.
sure. Yeah.
Uh, so I feel like that's a sweet spot. Same thing with like God of War, right? It was around
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah, because if it goes any longer than that, it can be very repetitive, especially
That's a story based thing.
yeah, you're going to be doing the same things and just grinding for it, which I mean some people like, but it can definitely get old.
Yeah. Yeah, and like of course, like for a Souls game, I expect it, but half of it's because you're dying.
True.
Yeah, for this kind of game, that's a perfect length for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like so far, dude, digging it. And I still haven't even gotten to any of the Venom stuff
Yeah, me
or
neither.
symbiote suit.
Yeah, well, obviously you're further than me, so that makes sense. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I heard like those are the two main villains is
Craven and
is
Venom.
Craven and him.
Yeah,
Which Craven, the few scenes I've seen him in, he's been cool. I've liked him.
yeah, I agree.
I
I'm
like
interested
the
to
whole.
see what his plan is, or like what his purpose for what he's doing is, because I'm not totally sure yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Like from what it sounds like, doesn't he just want to find the greatest fighter to hunt down?
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like.
Which is kind of cool. So I think at least because you got to that scene with where Craven's tries to steal Martin Lee and
Yeah, and Scorpion.
And, Scorpion.
Yep.
So I feel like he thinks that these villains are going to be the strongest opponents to hunt, but maybe he'll slowly start to think that, hey, these Spider-Man guys are.
Yeah, I think that's
Let's put him in fight for them.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be.
And then but I am curious how Venom plays into it, or because from the trailers it looked like he's wearing the symbiote suit.
Yeah.
But Venom comes into play at some point.
Yeah, and like
I'm
Harry, I mean, minor spoilers, but at the very beginning, Harry's in like that tank with the symbiote suit, so I think Harry has something to do with it. So
yeah, that was interesting. Well, yeah, because then Harry said, come work. He gave him the thing, remember? And that flashback scene, come work for me. That's definitely where he's going to get the symbiote.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I thought the same thing.
And I've been waiting for that. I'm like, oh, I want to go there.
Yeah. Yep. They do that and then immediately give you a Miles quest to go talk to his uncle. I'm like, I want to know more about I want the symbiote, dang it. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, Miles' story is interesting too, with the whole Martin Lee, like he killed his father.
Yep.
So it's like, don't be stupid, like his uncle said.
Yeah, and then Martin thought he was gonna let him die, even though he went back for him, and that'll be a big part of Martin's story.
There's just a lot of like little story beats, like between like Miles and that, and then Miles has his two friends, and then his mom, of course, and his uncle, and then Peter's life is kind of shitty right now, right? Like he keeps losing his job. His Aunt May died. He's owes so much on his house. Like,
yep.
So it's like both. Yeah, it's just interesting. A lot of character like development.
Yeah. Man, that game is so good.
It is. I will say it was weird. Like, because I've seen Into the Spideyverse so much, it was so weird seeing a different Miles again.
Yeah. I believe that.
But like, that's not a negative, but it's just like I was like, oh yeah, this is a different Miles.
Yep.
But no, I'm loving it, man. I will probably beat it here. I'll probably beat it in the next week, but I'm gonna try to. I'll probably won't probably 100% it in the next couple of weeks. I don't play a lot, but I'm definitely gonna be. I'm definitely beating this one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna try and 100% it for sure. And the last one had a bunch of DLC, right? I don't think I ever like. I never played them because I didn't beat the game, but that'll be cool to have DLC for this come out and new stories and stuff. So that's
yeah, because when I beat the game, the original one, I had like 80 something% of the trophies, and then I just looked. They must have had a decent amount of DLCs. Now I have like 60% or 50% of it.
dang. Yeah, I think they added 3 different DLCs.
Yeah, and I never played the DLCs. That I have not played.
Okay.
I did play the basic story.
Yeah.
And then I did play Miles.
Yeah,
But,
so
yeah,
that's for the people complaining it's too short. Don't worry, there'll be more.
yeah, there'll be more. Or go play the other 2 games, and there you go. You got like an 80
that's
hours.
true.